Good evening and welcome to a slightly later than planned Graeme Mark Duffy live on YouTube. Yes, I am here. I am alive. GM6 enthusiast. I am here slightly later than planned as I look back at the game that finished today. Hearts 2, St Johnstone 1. Look at the bigger picture of what the season has been overall and also look ahead to the game on Boxing Day. Good evening to Conrad Crichton on YouTube. Hope everyone's well. Yeah, I was planning to do this earlier on, but family issues and stuff kind of got in the way, so I've kind of done this a little bit later. But I am in a very, very happy mood after today's performance. First half, yes. Second half, maybe not. But Hearts 2, St Johnstone 1. I'll come to that game in a minute. But I want to talk about Thursday night because I've not done a video about that on here yet. I did it on TikTok, but I've not done it on here yet. So Thursday night against Petrol Cup. Now, I was looking forward to the game. I was with my laddie at the game on Thursday. And I thought that was a game that we could win. Now, a few weeks ago, when we beat Omona Nicosia, I said that I thought the game that would take us through would be the game on Thursday. And it turns out it wasn't. I was really disappointed, like everyone was, about the performance in that game on Thursday. I thought it was really, really poor. I was surprised at a few things. The first thing that surprised me was the lack of atmosphere on Thursday. Now, going at this game, this was a game that, if we'd won, would have put us into a playoff position and put us through and playing European football after Christmas for the first time since 1989. And I thought it was a really poor atmosphere. There was just nothing. When the players came out, there was a cheer and an applause. The game started and there was nothing. It was so flat. It was so passive, a bit like the team. There was no real energy. There was no real passion, no desire. I was disappointed. Now, going at the performance overall, I thought we started maybe not great, but we had a chance before Petrokov scored. Kairos with a header. He should score. Petrokov got the park and score. It's a really poor goal to lose. The guy gets he gets so much time with him by the park. Really good cross in. I don't know what Halkett's doing. Halkett's not looking for his shoulder. It's a great ball in. I think Craig Gordon could come out for that. He doesn't. It's a poor goal to lose. But you're looking for a reaction. And there was nothing. It was side to side. It was passive. It was slow. I've seen it so many times this season. You go in at half time and the players got booed off the park. Now, I don't boo. That's something I don't usually do during a game. At half time and full time, I don't boo. Thursday, I did because I was disgusted with the performance. I thought it was so bad. Second half, we come out. It wasn't great, but we got the goal from James Wilson. Really good finish. We then go 2-1 up with a goal from Blair Spittle, and I think we're going to win this now. This is it. We're going to win this now. But what disappointed me was the fact that when we get 2-1 up, we sit back. Why are you sitting back against a team that's already at Europe and we're the worst team in the league? We sat back. It is a penalty. I've seen it a couple of times now. It is a penalty. James Penrice, it's one of these things. It's a penalty kick. Craig Gordon never says penalties. And then 2-2. But you're still thinking there's 50 minutes to go. But we showed nothing. It was so poor. And like I said, I don't very often boo the team off the park, but I did on Thursday because it was brutal. Out of Europe to the worst team in the league, a team that was out already. And coming at this game today, I was wondering what we're going to see. We'll get to some comments already. So, good evening to Conrad Crichton, who says, "All right, Graeme." Finlay Press says, "What's your opinion on Devlin today?" Jambo Enthusiast, "I mind that Petrol Cup have really good away record, so I wasn't really surprised but disappointed." R.I. Gaming says, "I thought Cammy was brilliant today." Jambo Enthusiast, George Grant is cataclysmic. I will get to these points. Don't worry, I will get to these points, especially about Cammy Devlin. But I mean, going into today, I was concerned. You know, St Johnstone, I think, have been a lot better under Valakari. They've looked a lot better. They've been far better going forward. Mackenzie Kirk, ex-Hearts player, of course, 3 goals in his last 3 games. Kimpioka and Sidibe. What is the one thing that people hate playing against? Pace. And they've got that. I was worried today. But I thought first half were far better. I did a TikTok video at half-time today. Because I'm on TikTok as well. You may not know that. But I did a TikTok video today at half-time. And I thought it was so much better. Everything we did wrong on Thursday, I thought we did right today. In terms of performance, in terms of intensity, in terms of performance level, was so much better. We get the first goal. Great ball in from Forrester and a brilliant header from Penrice. That is a great header, by the way, because that is not easy. On the run, at pace, that's a difficult header. It's a great header. And if anyone deserved to score this season, it's Penrice. He's been our best player this season by an absolute country mile. And I thought he deserved it. But I thought first half we were far, far better. I'll go back to the team sheet, because when the team sheet was read out at 1:45, I did not want to see Alan Forrest in the lineup, because I think last few games has been terrible. But the team lineup wasn't overly disappointing. So it was a kind of 4-3-3, Kerry Gordon in goal. The back four of Penrice left back, Forrester at right back, Oyegoke and Rose in the centre. Then Boateng, Devlin and Spittle. And then the front three of Musa, Shankland and Wilson. I thought Wilson was great. I thought James Wilson worked so hard. Jambo Enthusiast, we, Dundee, know how to shut Kimpioka and Sidibe down. And it showed when we played them. Shame we can't defend any other players. Yeah, I mean, they worried me. I'll be honest, they worried me because of the pace they've got. Because if you ask any defender what they fear, it's pace. And they've got that. So I worried about that today. But I thought first half Hearts was so much better. It was more intensity, far more attacking impotence that we didn't see on Thursday, sorry. Why not play like that on Thursday? I don't get why that was different. Ewan Jones says, Cammy Devlin's a mess today. I will come to him, don't worry. But yeah, it was different. You know, the first half of the day was far, far better. I thought we played far more intense. I thought the passing was far quicker. You look at Thursday, it was square, it was side to side, it was backwards passing. The first half today was better. And I think it showed that, again, you look at the left-hand side, Penrith and Blair Spittle, they've got a partnership. Spittle knows where Penrith is going to be, and that worked. I don't think Penrith and Dander worked on Thursday. It just didn't have that same effect at all for me. It was far better today. You know, first half, I thought we could have a couple of goals up. James Wilson's very unfortunate to get ruled out for offside in the second goal, but it was just offside, having watched the replay. When I watched the replay, I thought, is it Penrith? Because Penrith is offside. But then you watch it again, and James Wilson in that phase of play is just a little bit, a fraction offside. But what a finish. It's a brilliant finish from a guy that's clearly got confidence. But then I'm hoping that second half will see the same thing, but it wasn't. The second half was exactly what I've seen so many times this season. Under Critchley, under Naismith, the intensity dropped. They got a penalty start of the second half from a free kick. James Penrice gave away the third penalty in the space of a week. He gave away the penalty against Kilmarnock again on Thursday and again today. I think this one's slightly unfortunate. I don't think it does a lot wrong here, but I suppose letting have lots of penalty. Craig Gordon, for once, dives the right way, but it's a good penalty from Graeme Carey. And the one thing I said in the group chat that morning at half-time was, how are we going to react to that when they score? And to be fair, we reacted very well. We get the second goal, and what a finish this is, by the way. So James Penrice's first corner isn't great. It comes back out to him. It's a really good ball back in. They then play the ball out. But what a finish this is from Graeme Carey. From Blair Spittle. To take that on the volley, to control that outside the box with players coming at you, to control that and keep it low is a sensational finish from Spittle. It is now his fifth goal of the season. He's our top scorer. And what a finish that is. What a goal that is. And then you think, right, what have we got now? Can we go and kill this game off? We don't. I thought a bit like Thursday, we went back into our shell. We defended okay, but it's not like St Johnstone created a lot of problems. You know, I was surprised at how poor they were. We didn't do a lot going forward after the second goal, but we defended well. But it was a massive, massive 3 points. I mean, I said at the start of the game, I didn't care how we did it. If it came off someone's butt, I don't care. If we win the game 1-0, I don't care. Just win the game. We've done that. I was so pleased we won the game. First half, great. Second half, not great, but I don't care. We've won the game. That's all that matters. And we're now 10th, which is still crap. Like, Hearts should not be sitting 10th in the league. And I've said that previously. But it's a big, big win. We now go into Boxing Day on the back of a confidence boost. Now, ironically, I saw a stat earlier on that since Neil Critchley came in, only Celtic and St Mirren have got a better win record than Neil Critchley's got in the league, which sounds crazy, but it is true. So I think you look at Neil Critchley and think, right, have we improved? I think performances in some games have improved. I look at Ammonia Nicosia. I look at Heidenheim. I look at today. I look at St Mirren first game of the season. There has been improvement. Now, I'd like to see better. I'd like to see a bit more domination in games. And the thing that I said before as well is I think pre-season we were screwed. I don't understand why we only played 3 pre-season games, but that's on Naismith. We didn't look fit for a lot of games this season. Look at today, for example. First half, great. Second half, we drop off. Why is that? Because we're not fit enough. And that is why. 3 pre-season games does not help that. Jambo Enthusiast, I thought at the start of the season that Spittle would be overshadowed by Danda. I was completely wrong. Do you know what? I would agree with you. I actually thought that when the season started, and I think I did a video a couple of days ago on YouTube, when we signed these players, Penrice, Spittle, Danda, Musa, Taylor, I was most excited by Jan Danda. He has been disappointing. I thought he was awful again on Thursday. I think Spittle's been brilliant. 5 goals this season. He's our top scorer. Who would have thought that at the start of the season? If you asked any Hearts fan, myself included, who'd be top scorer this season, we'd have all gone Lawrence Shankland. Of course we would have done. But Blair Spittle's been a shining light this season, as has James Penrice, who's been brilliant this season. But yeah, today wasn't for me about the performance, it was the result. And we've got that today. You know, I thought St Johnstone were disappointing second half. They didn't really offer too much apart from the penalty from Graeme Carey. But yeah, we need to now look at the next couple of games. Hibs at home, Ross County away. These are winnable games. Both of them are winnable. Hibs have picked up. Like, although I'm a Hearts supporter, a massive Hearts fan, Hibs have picked up. They've scored 3 goals against Ross County. They've scored 3 goals yesterday. Nobody expected that. I did not expect them to go to Pittodrie and win that game. And to score 3 goals is fantastic for them. They're going to cause a threat on Thursday, without any doubt. But we have to win this. I think we're now 2 points behind them. We win, we go above them. This is a huge game on Thursday. This is Neil Critchley's first Edinburgh derby at Tynecastle. He had his first experience at Easter Road. We drew 1-1. We have to win. Again, like today, I don't care how we win, just win the game. Just win. Jumbo Enthusiast or JM6 Enthusiast. What confuses me is how Hearts go and draw with Rangers on the opening day and then walk up to Dens and get romped. That's on Naismith though. Like, first game against Rangers, and I'll say this again, I've repeated it, but I'll say it again. When we had the signings in the summer, I was excited. Jan Danda, Blair Spittle, James Penrice, Musa, George Taylor, Salazar. I was excited. Boateng. I thought we had a really good squad. We drew with Rangers' first game of the season. I was positive. Thought it was a good performance, thought we played well. But what then happens is the second game of the season against Dundee, Stephen Naismith doesn't just change the team, he changes formation. He goes to 3 at the back. At no point this season have Hearts looked comfortable with 3 at the back. It doesn't work. We look far more comfortable on a 4. He changed it to 3 at the back, and it didn't work. We then lost 8 straight games. And that was a massive, massive thing for me. So yeah, I think first game of the season, I thought we would do a lot better than we did this season, but everyone did. Like, every Hearts fan looked at the game start of the season and thought, yeah, we're going to be fine this season. We'll be out there challenging. We have been nowhere near it. We have been so poor. The Falkirk game, League Cup, we should have been 3 up by 10 minutes. The chance we had, we lost 2-0. But that's football for you. But we've been horrific. Like, I can't sit here and say anything else, but we've been absolutely horrendous this season. But I'm pleased with today. I know it's a low bar, but I'm pleased with today because we won the game. But we've got to build on that now. Now, in terms of players, as somebody mentioned earlier, I'll go back to it. I've got hiccups. Ewan Jones, Cammy Devlin was immense today. I thought Devlin was outstanding. Best player in the park. And I think for me, the last few weeks has been brilliant. Now, although performance has not been great for Hearts, he has been one player that stood out for me as someone that has got so much energy, desire, commitment, work rate. I thought he showed that again today in abundance. Cammy Devlin gets criticised for his lack of football ability. A lot of folk say when he gets the ball, he's not good enough on it. I don't care. I want Cammy Devlin to be doing what he did today. jumping into tackles, winning the ball, playing it to players that can play football. That's what I want for Cammy Devlin. And today he did that. JM6 Enthusiast, second half in that Dundee game, Hearts were much better than when he switched to a 4 at the back formation. Does Devlin deserve the armband? It's a difficult one because I love Devlin. I love Cammy Devlin, but I don't think he's a captain material. Now, a lot of folk will say, well, neither Shankland. And again, I get that. Devlin gives everything. But I don't think he'll play every game, though. That's the thing. I don't think Devlin will play every game. I think today was brilliant. I genuinely thought he was outstanding today. Our best player in the park by an absolute mile. But what we need is Benny Maningame. And this is where I get really frustrated. Like every Hearts fan, I love Benny. But he cannot stay fit. How can you have a guy that plays one game every 5 weeks? You can't have that. You need a fit Benny Maningame. If Benny's fit, it's Benny and Devlin for me all the time. And I like Boateng. But we were supposed to have Benny back today. And he wasn't fit yet again. He might be fit for Thursday. Now, there's a stat that was put up on Twitter a couple of days ago that whenever Hearts have Benny fit, we don't lose. We need Benny Maningame fit. But he cannot play every week. And that's a big, big thing. When Benny's fit, he's top 3 in the league. Absolutely. Like, Benny is such a massive, massive influence on this team. But he can't stay fit. It's like Craig Halkett. Craig Halkett didn't play today, he was on the bench. When these players are fit, they're big players, but we cannot keep doing this. Where we have 1 week with them and one week without them. We can't keep doing that. It's not sustainable. But I thought Devlin was great today. I thought Penrith was really good again. I know we gave the penalty away, but he's such an attacking threat. I thought Wilson was great. Honestly, his work rate and energy is fantastic. He's unlucky not to score. I think he was just offside for the second goal, but he's unlucky. But I love his work rate. It just means that it takes a bit of pressure off Lawrence Shankland, who can play in the number 10 role. I thought he was good today, actually. I thought Musa was quiet, didn't do a lot. But today has to be a positive in terms of result. We have to keep that going now. Like, Thursday is massive. An Edinburgh derby at Tynecastle on Boxing Day. I think it's the first Boxing Day fixture for a while. We have to win. We've got to win this game. Do you think Benny needs a real break from first-team football to try and properly recover without getting thrown straight back in? It's a difficult one because we need Benny fit. Now, we can't keep having Benny playing 1 week and then missing the next few weeks. We have to have him playing week in, week out. We have to have him playing every week. I think if Benny can't stay fit, we have to get rid of him. And I hate saying that because I love the guy. When he's fit, he's our best player. But we cannot keep having this situation where he's only fit 1 week out of 5. We can't keep having that. He should be fit for Thursday in the derby game. He should be back for then. But again, if he's fit for Thursday, then misses the next few weeks, what does that say? There's a lot of things about Benny. I love the guy, but he cannot stay fit. Now, in terms of Hearts overall, I'll put in the tagline there. GOG Ultras protest were they right? Now, anyone that watched the game today will notice that the GOG Ultras were not present today. Joel Sked from the Heart Standard, brilliant, brilliant website, by the way. If you don't watch them already, go on X and follow them. They're a brilliant, brilliant podcast. They said today that the GOG Ultras were not there today because they're protesting about the board and the players. I agree with them. I think they're right. Like, I listened to Liam Corbett from the This Is My Story podcast on his YouTube on Thursday after the game. He did a YouTube live on his own, and he was on not Super Scoreboard. He was on BBC Scotland Sports Sound yesterday talking about Hearts. I agree with everything he said. I think he's right. Everyone's entitled to their opinion. Hearts going into today were bottom of the league and out of Europe. £16.5 million wage bill. That's not good enough. So I completely understand why the Ultras were not there today and they're protesting, because I back them 100%. I think they're right. We need more. We need more. Now, the Foundation of Hearts, Jerry Mallon, on Thursday, he made a statement after the game to the fans, the Foundation of Hearts owners. And in the very last sentence he said was, the fans have got to stick by the players. Now, my point after that was, what have they shown to stick by them? They've shown nothing. They were out of Europe to a team that were in the Moldovan League, finished bottom of the group and worst in the league. And we were bottom of the league going into the day in the Premier League. Asking the fans to stick by the players when you are showing nothing to stick by them, read the room. You have to understand the position we're in. So I have nothing against the Gorgie Ultras for not turning up today. I completely back them 100%. If the Hearts fans aren't there to push Hearts forward, they won't improve. But the protest is fair. I agree. I think the protest was fair. Everyone in a Hearts shirt is frustrated about the performances, about the place we're in. We should not be bottom of the league. We are facing our third relegation in 10 years. That's not acceptable, given the wage bill we've got. Now, you look back at the first time we got relegated under Anne Budge's regime, when we were demoted, not demoted, for example, but we had the whole thing about the 15-point deduction. Gary Locke was in charge. Do you know what? For one season, that was fine. We came up in a league that had Hibs in it, Rangers in it. We were fine. I actually quite enjoyed that. It was different. We were brilliant that season. I think we had the most points in the Championship for a long, long time. That was fine. For one season, I didn't mind it. Then the 2019-2020 season, we get demoted. But even then, even if we hadn't got demoted, we wouldn't have got out of it anyway. We weren't good enough. We were bottom because we were shite. That's a simple fact. We weren't good enough to stay up. If the league had been allowed to play on after COVID, I think we'd have still got relegated because we weren't good enough. But after that, when we got relegated, we came up. We weren't great. Like, performances were pretty poor. We got beat by Borough Rangers. We got beat by Alloa in the Cups. It was shit. But we came up. And I thought after that, we won't be in that position again. But here we are. 2024. We're in the same position. It's not good enough. We've got I think, the third biggest wage bill and the third best squad in Scotland. And we are sitting 10th now because of today. That's not good enough. How can you justify that as a board? So I totally understand why the fans are not happy. I understand why the Hearts, Gorgie Ultras are protesting. Now, I'll be honest, I was surprised at the turnout today. Now, I tried to go online a couple of days ago. I get tickets from me and my laddie. There was no two seats together. But then looking at the stadium today, there was plenty of seats. But yet, they billed that as a sellout. That was not a sellout. I could have got tickets if I wanted to, but they were sold out, apparently. Anyone that wants to protest about Hearts, about the board, I understand it. Does it have a negative impact on the team? Potentially, but I understand it. Because this is not good enough. Before today, we were sitting bottom of the league. We'd only won 3 league games all season. I understand it completely. But we have to get out of this. Now, I think on Thursday it's a big, big opportunity. If we win the derby, things change. Because that's how football fans work. That's how Hearts fans work. If we win the derby, things completely change. I honestly believe that. If we win the derby, things completely change. Fans are then back on side. Fans then back the team. They back the players. They back the board. If we lose, we're back at square one again. Even as a D, I want to give insight because it's the ownership of the club. Going from a really good season to a relegation scrap with the same manager and better team, eyebrows have to be raised. Absolutely. They do, absolutely. I don't blame any blame at Neil Critchley because it's not his team. He needs a January window. Now, whether that changes anything, I don't know. But I said before, I think we need at least 6 new signings. We need at least another striker. We need 2 wide players. I'd like to see us sign a proper playmaker in midfield. I'd like to see us sign a centre-back. Maybe even a right-back. So there's players, we need to sign more players. But we need to get rid of a lot of players in the team as well. George Grant, Barry Mackay, Andre Salazar. We gave Kenny Vargas a new 5-year deal. Doesn't deserve it. Alan Forrest shouldn't be here. There's at least 5 players I can think of that should not be here come January. But because of the wage bill we've got, they'll probably stay. Who's going to take these guys? Who's going to take a Liam Boyce, a Vargas, a Barry Mackay? Who's going to take them off the wage bill? I think Critchley needs a January window. Now, when Daniel Stendhal came in, we gave him 4 signings. 2 worked, 2 were crap. The 2 that worked were Liam Boyce and Toby Civic. The 2 that didn't work were Donis Avdiay, I score everywhere, and Marcel Langer. We gave him a window and let him sign 4 players. That wasn't enough. Nowhere near enough. Now, was Stendhal the right man? No, he wasn't. He was the right man at the wrong time. I understood his philosophy of what he wanted to do, but it didn't work with that squad. Heard Partick Thistle looking for a striker. Mate, they can take Vargas and Boyce off our hands. I'd be delighted with that. But honestly, it's a difficult situation. But like any fan that wants to protest, any fan that didn't turn up today, I understand that. Because I would feel the same. Like on Thursday, I was furious. I'm on TikTok, as a lot of folk probably know. I'm on TikTok. I did a video on Thursday. I was furious. That's the lowest I've felt supporting Hearts for a while. And I actually said going into today on X yesterday, I was sitting watching the scores coming through yesterday, praying St Mirren beat Ross County. How fucking far have we fallen that I'm thinking that? That is how bad we are. But today is better. Was it a great performance? First half was better, second half was crap. But I'll take the win. But we have to go into the game on Thursday night. We're not bottom of the league going into Christmas. Woohoo! I mean, that in itself is a shit statement to make. But that's how I feel. We need a lot of improvements come January. Now, what Critchley does, I don't know. The other thing I heard yesterday on Sportsound, and I kind of agree with it as well, they said that this is the first time the Jamestown Analytics have got involved in terms of Critchley. If it goes wrong, where does that leave Jamestown Analytics? I agree with that. But I don't really blame Critchley for this, though. It's not his squad. Can you look at his system and his formation and say things should be better? Yes, I would agree with that. But it's not his squad. I honestly think, if I'm Neil Critchley looking at that squad, I think already after 14 games, he's had 14 games, league and competitions, in all competitions. I think you look at that squad and think there's players I can trust in that team and players I can't. And I think you'll see it over the coming weeks, the players you can trust and the players you can't. I think right now, if I'm looking at the Hearts team, I'm looking at the players that I think should start every week. Penrice, Spittle, Shankland, Devlin, Benny, and that's it. That's it. That's probably the 5 players I think will start every week. The rest of them, I couldn't guarantee that. Who would you want in January? It's a difficult one, James, because I think there's a few players I think we need. We need another striker, which had to happen anyway. We need at least 2 wide players with pace. We need a centre midfielder that's going to get on the ball and make things happen, and a centre back. That's 5 at least. But again, I keep going back to the point that Michael Stewart makes about the fact the lack of pace in that team. I've known that for weeks, months. Every Hearts fan's known that. And the one thing that really frustrates me is, and I said it earlier on, I was brought up with John Cahoon, Alan Johnston, wingers that take people on. Where is that gone? Hearts have wide players that don't take people on. They sit, they go back the way far too often. I don't want to see that. It happens every week. I want to see a wide player that his first thought is get the ball and take his man on. I don't see that at Hearts. It's far too often going back the way and not taking possession and doing something different. I want to see a wide player that takes people on. Scott Tiffany's not for sale. I actually like Scott Tiffany. I've said that before. I like Scott Tiffany. He's a good player. But yeah, I mean, today is a better first half, really poor second half, but the win is more important. That's what I wanted, a win. But we've got to build on that now. You know, we have to go into the game on Thursday with a little bit of confidence, but like I said, Hibs have improved. They've won their last 2 games and scored 3 goals in both of them. They've got a threat. Martin Boyle up front, they've got a threat. We've got to be better than we have been recently. But like I said, this is like, it feels like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. We win today, we lose on Thursday, it's back to normal again. We can't keep doing that. We've got to go on a run. Last season, I don't think we were great. But then we beat Celtic, went 12 games unbeaten, and went on a run. I don't see that team doing that this season, and that's the problem I've got. Where's the run coming from? Now, I hope it changes, But yeah, there's a bit more positivity today than there has been the last couple of games because it won't be hard. But we've got to take advantage of this today and go and win a few more games starting on Thursday. Scott Tiffany on his day, amazing. Good to see him go on and do well. Remember him at us Morton fans. I like Scott Tiffany. I think he's a cracking player. He's got pace, he's got ability, he's tricky, he's a really good footballer. I would love to see Scott Tiffany at Hearts. Not happen, but I'd love to see him at Hearts because he's better than what we've got so far out wide. But yeah, I'm a bit more positive than I was after Thursday on today. But we have to build on that now. We have to win on Thursday now and then keep that going. But January is massive. I honestly think January is the biggest month that we'll have. If we can sign a few players of quality, and this is the thing, quality. I don't want 5 or 6 players just to bring players in. I want quality, or else there's no point in signing them. So that's what I'm looking for in January. But we have to sign players going forward in the forward area. Defensively, it's not great. We've lost 40 goals this season now. But it's more going forward that I'm worried about. The pace going forward, that's my problem. If we can bring in players going forward, then we might be able to improve. But yeah, today is a big, big result. But we've got to build on now. Anyway, thank you to everyone that's watched. I'm going to head off now and get something to eat. Thank you to everyone that's watched, and thank you to everyone that's liked and commented. It's much appreciated. I will do another one. I'll do more of these during the season. But anyway, have a cracking week. And if I don't see you before, have a cracking Christmas and New Year. Catch you, folks.